Picture this: a patient in the emergency room struggling to breathe, chest tight, accessory muscles working overtime, wheezing audible even from across the room. This is asthma, but not just a disease of coughing and breathlessness. When we understand its critical integrated map, or CIM, we can see the entire story unfold from triggers to treatment. Turning confusion into clarity for nurses, medical students, and healthcare professionals. Asthma is a chronic inflammatory airway disease characterized by reversible airway obstruction, bronchial hyperresponsiveness, and mucus hypersecretion. The CIM connects every piece from demography and history to pathophysiology, clinical manifestations, and both pharmacological and non-pharmacological management. Home care teaching is the foundation of asthma care. Patients must understand trigger avoidance, correct inhaler technique, regular use of prescribed medications, monitoring peak expiratory flow, and early recognition of worsening symptoms. Environmental modifications such as maintaining a dust-free home, avoiding smoke, using hypoallergenic bedding, and practicing good hygiene to prevent infections are essential. Teaching must also focus on individualized asthma action plans, so patients know exactly when to escalate care. The next layer of the CIM is nursing diagnosis. Impaired gas exchange is the most common nursing diagnosis, resulting from bronchospasm, airway edema, and mucus plugging. Clinical signs include wheezing, tachypnea, hypoxia, use of accessory muscles, and cyanosis in severe cases. Nurses prioritize interventions like oxygen therapy, bronchodilator administration, and continuous monitoring to prevent deterioration. Remember the mnemonic bronchospasm, edema, Mucus to recall the triad responsible for airway obstruction. Understanding the definition, demographic data, and history completes the assessment foundation. Asthma often affects children and young adults, though adults can develop it too, especially if they have allergies or a family history of respiratory diseases. A detailed history identifies triggers, frequency of attacks, prior hospitalizations, and previous medication use. These insights guide individualized care plans and preventive strategies, making patient teaching more targeted and effective. The heart of the CIM is pathophysiology. When a trigger like dust, pollen, smoke, infection, or exercise enters the airway, it activates mast cells in sensitized individuals. These cells release histamine, leukotrienes, and cytokines, initiating a cascade. Bronchial smooth muscles contract, narrowing the airway lumen. Inflammation and mucosal edema thicken the airway wall, while goblet cells overproduce mucus. Airflow, especially during expiration, is restricted, leading to air trapping, lung hyperinflation, and increased work of breathing. Gas exchange is impaired, causing hypoxemia, and if untreated, carbon dioxide retention may lead to respiratory acidosis. Chronic uncontrolled asthma can result in airway remodeling, making obstruction less reversible. A useful memory tip is histamine, airway constriction. Mucus to recall key pathophysiological events. Medical management in the CIM focuses on relieving obstruction and controlling inflammation. Short-acting beta-2 agonists provide rapid relief, while inhaled corticosteroids reduce chronic inflammation. Leukotriene receptor antagonists offer additional control. Oxygen therapy is essential in hypoxic patients. Surgical interventions, though rare, include bronchial thermoplasty in severe refractory cases to reduce smooth muscle mass. Nursing management runs parallel, positioning the patient upright or in high Fowler's position. Monitoring respiratory status, auscultating lungs, administering medications correctly. Educating about triggers and inhaler use, and providing emotional support during acute episodes. Pharmacological management aligns with pathophysiology. Bronchodilators relax smooth muscles, corticosteroids reduce inflammation, and leukotriene antagonists prevent mediator effects. Non-pharmacological strategies reinforce medication efficacy, including trigger avoidance, breathing exercises like pursed-lip breathing, clean living environments, smoking cessation, and regular monitoring of peak expiratory flow. Special considerations and tips make the CIM even more practical. Exercise-induced asthma triggers airway cooling and drying, while viral infections can exacerbate symptoms. Occupational exposures can induce chronic inflammation. Status asthmaticus, a life-threatening scenario, requires immediate intensive intervention. Clinically, a silent chest with minimal air movement is a critical warning sign, not improvement. For exam preparation, mnemonics like BEM for the triad of obstruction and HAM for pathophysiology help retain key concepts. Finally, labs and radiology provide confirmation and monitoring. Pulmonary function tests show reduced FeAV1 and improvement with bronchodilators. Peak flow monitoring tracks airway obstruction trends. Chest X-rays may reveal hyperinflation in severe cases, while arterial blood gas analysis helps assess oxygenation and carbon dioxide retention during acute exacerbations. By connecting every element from home care teaching to pathophysiology, clinical signs, management, and diagnostics, the Critical Integrated Map transforms asthma into a logical, actionable framework. This approach empowers nurses and healthcare professionals to provide effective, evidence-based care and ensures that every patient receives the best possible outcomes.